All right, welcome back to the stream, everyone. It is Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Time for another round of Valheim. Let's see. So on Tuesday, we started a new castle build with a large round tower. We've done small round towers before. Matter of fact, in the middle of this large round tower is one of our small round towers to act as a staircase. So I kind of integrated that into the build, and we built a larger circle around that. And we've got it set up so that all 5 crafting stations will fit in the main level, and then the upper level will be our comfort room. And then we'll kind of figure out what we're going to do for the roof. But today is all about finishing up the castle, and with any luck, taking on Bonemass. So let's jump into it. All right, there we go. Let's jump right into it. Bilber, Bilber. That's our current Stumps name. Can't use Stumps for all of them. So between streams, I did grind a whole bunch of stone. Let's see if we can sleep. There we go. Night night, Stumps. We did grind a whole bunch of stone. I think I've got between 5 and 15 chests worth of stones. We should have enough for our wall, but getting it all connected is going to be a bit of an issue. I don't know if you remember on Tuesday when we were creating the castle, there was a slight gap that appeared, and there's not a lot of a good explanation for the gap. So I'm not really sure how to explain why or where it's coming from. I think it just has to do with using the angled walls, and the snapping gets thrown off the grid ever so slightly. So what I wanted to do today was kind of show how that is affecting things. And then we're going to sail some iron home. I just want to get the sort of perimeter made, and then we're going to sail some iron home and start smelting while we build this thing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to destroy all of this. And I want to show the problem so you understand what it is we're trying to solve building-wise. And I don't think it's an error. I think it's just the math and how it all works out, but I could be wrong. I may have made a mistake somewhere. It might have been a weird snap point. I just keep hitting it. But to really show in a small way what the problem is, we take this piece, and I know it's not very bright, but watch. If I move, you can see it's shifting back and forth. If you look on the right side, you can see the overlap between the right 2 posts. Now you can see the overlap with the left 2. And that's the gap that we encountered up above as well. So it's not a shock that we see it here too. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and set up this gap and see if we can recreate it. I'm just going to go out 2 pieces. We're going to measure all the way around to the other side to see where we end up. And then the second set of wood beams I'm going to explain in a minute. We're going to use that as an alternative. Because I think it's, well, we'll see. But you can see, like, well, they look pretty even. Maybe everything's good. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let's bring this back around. Not the actual size of what we're doing. We're just measuring right now. And this is always good to do before a big build or during a big build. All right, moment of truth. Will it snap properly? Do you see that? Do you see the gap that we have? It doesn't quite. This looks fine, though. That actually looks just fine. What it's snapping to in there, I have no idea. But we're going to try to ignore it and just build around it. So the way we're going to do that is build this outer wall. And we actually need 3 of those. This. And then we're going to have, let me think about this for a moment. 3, 1, 2. And then we're going to have a pillar here, a pillar here, and a pillar here, and here. And that's how we do this. That's how we do this. And then this is our outer wall right there. seems correct. And then we always have one in the corner like that, and that would be accurate to the best of my knowledge. And it looks like we got to move our stone cutter, so let's go ahead and do that. It's not too far back. What we're doing with it, too bad we only have the one. We're kind of short on iron right now. Actually, I think we can probably destroy... Put this in. Just put it right off to the side. Right up there. And I think if we destroyed this thing and just kind of grab stuff, we should be able to make a second stone cutter. We're kind of done with this thing as well. We might have to move a bunch of stuff depending on where the stone wall ends up. But we're going to go ahead and get rid of all this and see if we connect okay on the other side. We don't have to build the entire outer wall, but I do want to get the basic perimeter done, at least 1 or 2 stories of it, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Which would basically be this wall right here. So we're going to put the pillars in as we go. 2, and then we do the regular walls, and then this would have its own internal pillars, like that. Same thing here. And then, no, let's go all the way. Let's just take it all the way around. This. So for those of you that aren't as familiar with our castle building system, it's a series of posts, pillars, and arches. I say posts. Pillars and arches. And what that does is creates these gaps in here that we can then use for storage and all kinds of other things. So that's kind of what we have here. Several gaps. We're going to leave that, leave all this, and I think we're going to continue this. This will be our corner. And this is as far as we're going to go with it. I think we're going to take it 2 more like this. It's going to be the inside and outside. This, and I'm just going to move these back. My plan here, create a little extra space. We're just going to put that. This is our named one. We'll call that Haldor. And then this is our unnamed. Always have 1 of each. This was unnamed. We don't have to do anything. I don't want to mess with this right now, the portal location, so I'm just going to kind of build around it as best I can. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. This would be the next pillar right there and there. There we go. We'll graze right past it. And I think this is as far as we go right here. And then this would be more of the same. So I think we do it like this. I'm trying to keep all the pillars kind of uniform, if I can. This thing. Put it in the center here. Put it out later. It should open things up so we can put it there. 1, 2. Oops, wrong spot. Right here. Perfect. And then we'll do the pillars. I think we did them like this on the other side too. 1, 2. So what this does is it creates an internal pillar. That's this thicker section, and an external pillar, which is this thinner section. That external one's really just decorative. Doesn't serve any other purpose. The internal is just structural. It too doesn't serve much purpose. It's this thin wall I'm building right next to it that's doing all the actual defensive work. 1, 2. All right, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. works. One. And this is that snapping back and forth. You can see it. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to leave it like that. I think that's... Let's see if we move it like that. Does it make a difference? Visually, I can't even see a difference. Which is good. That's exactly what we want. So, I'm going to have to build this up. I just want to make sure that we're connecting properly. Let's do just that. Let's do just that. This in. This in. This is where it gets a little hairy. Again, I've got to get the snapping just right in here. We're not going to build up all of it right away. Eventually, but not right away. Let's see what we've got here. So I think snap to that. Snap to that. And then down here, we should be able to put our arches in. That. I'm trying not to snap against the tower. I'm trying to snap against the wall because I want that to work. Perfect. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. All right, let's get a little bit of a step here so we can get up. Actually, we need to put the same arches here. So let's do that. Snap. And then I want to use the tips of these. There we go. Just to make sure everything's snapping, not to the tower, but to the wall we're building. And so here's where we run into a problem. We need this to... We need the tower pieces, the floor tile pieces, to snap like this. So right here, we're going to snap, but we're going to... There we go. We're going to snap, but it's going to merge with that piece over in front. If that makes sense. I'm going to use a corner snap point. Top grade like that. There we go. That looks good. And then this one, yeah. So you see how it overlaps that and that overlap a bit. And it's not too visible. It's not too bad. I think it's just a little bit off. It's going to feel a little weird about it. So let's... You see how the seam is a little more visible now when we do it that way. Anywho's, that's the walkway going in there. We're going to leave it like that. On this side, and let's do the other side, make sure it cleans up nicely. This. And we're good to go. So that's kind of a way of cleaning up the connection in case it doesn't look good. By having those stones overlap the way we did. Kind of hide any mistakes, any little gaps. Get hidden real quick that way. Put extra so we can get back up. Let's snap these in. See, it's got that same little... What do we connect to? What do we connect to? I'd much rather try to use snap points when placing stuff. So let's do that. There's a piece. I mean, that looks pretty bad. You can see it's such a big gap on this side compared to the other side, but what can you do now? What can you do? Not much. All right, let's clean it up. That there. There. Same on the inside. That big of a gap. There we go. That looks good. And then up here for this, we'll put these two pieces. And then we'll do the top snap there. That one and that one. And so that should handle the intersection, that gap, a little bit better. A little bit better. Just keep going like that. Okay, so that's going to be the whole I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the front. So this is going to be the front gate right here. That'll be really nice. Set that up. Actually, let's go ahead and do that. Leave that right there. And a bunch of that to clean it up. Let's do two layers. We'll see if we can't get our tower a little closer to done. A little closer to done. So this one would need one more right there. I'm gonna have to move my stone cutter again. It's very hard. There we go. I suppose the best location looks to be about. That'll be good. And I figure if we can get this 2 meters tall, that's good enough to keep out most things. So I think we can stack all the way up. There we go. And this is just to create the alternating wall pattern, brick pattern. Make it look really nice. Ooh. Repair our hammer. Go. I was going to say we need to build a set of stairs to use, but the stairs are actually inside the tower, so we do have a plan for all that. Okay, now let's do the other side. Actually, let's finish this one. That sort of gap piece goes in there. And there we go. So that gets that side well protected. I'm going to build up right here. Just because it's easy to do. There we go. We'll finish up over here. It'll be interesting to see how much stone we've gone through already. Out of energy. Oh, gotta get our rest. Alright, there we go, Stumps. Get your rest. Take a moment. Take a knee. This isn't going too bad. I thought this was going to be a lot worse in terms of that. Just trying to deal with that little gap. I still can't figure out where it's coming from, but I built this style tower 2 or 3 times now. I usually practice some of the builds before I do them live on stream. This was no exception. And I encountered the same gap. Repeated. I did do one build the first time I built it, never noticed the gap. That doesn't mean it's not there. And I don't want to disassemble it to double check. It's a lot of work. Just leave it. Okay, let's get some of these single brick pieces in. Get that alternating pattern going again. This is one of the many ways of building this. I've done this a couple different ways, but because we have this tower we're dealing with, this was the only way I could really do this. And still double check everything. I had to make sure the spacing was appropriate before I start building it all up. Usually I start with the wall and then build everything else. And I think maybe that's a strategy I need to stick to from now on. I'm wondering if starting with the tower kind of threw everything out of line. If we'd have just built a wall, like a box like we normally would here, if we just built it straight through where the tower is going to be and then delete a section of the wall to put the tower in, that might have gone a little bit smoother. I don't know. I gotta think about that. But anyways, we've got enough of our wall going, but I think we're in good shape. So let's get rid of this stuff. More measurements. My logic was this. We know for a certainty that this is 4 meters wide because we used two 2-meter stone pieces to make this side. Therefore, this snap point and this snap point are exactly 4 meters apart. So if we use those as a starting point, we're back on the original grid. And we just build the walls based on that. And I did some testing with just pieces of wood. It worked fine. And I was going to kind of show that. But doing it with stone, it seems to have worked okay. Good enough for me. And yeah, we're just going to roll with it. Hope it all works out. So getting late, getting dark. Let's get some sleep and continue building in the morning. Nighty night, Stump. All right, good morning, Stumps. Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's fire up some food. Let's see here. What are we out of? We're out of honey. Let's run out to the farm and get some honey. Hope we have some honey out there. Oh, I still have some iron in my pot. Get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Oops. But we can teleport. We get to check out the barn for the first time. We built a barn a while back. This is the final barn. Looks really good. I'm very happy with it. Very, very barn-like. And we do have a whole bunch of pigs up here. I haven't done much with breeding. We have a whole mess of honey. We're going to grab it all. There we go. There we go. We have plenty of crops coming up. We don't have onions yet, but lots of other crops. So if we ever need them, we're doing just fine. We've got a little extra storage in here. A little workbench in case we need it. Otherwise, doing just fine. Now, normally with my farms, I try not to have more than 2 base structures. Player-made base structures like the workbench and the portal. Those are both base structures. But so are those little dwarven wards. They're also base structures. So if you have 3 base structures, you're vulnerable to raids every, 46 minutes, right? A 1 in 5 chance. So you got to be careful using those kinds of things, designing your bases. You can eliminate raids by just careful design. Before we keep building, I want to get a rough stone count here. Let's see. So this was all stone, all still there. We didn't touch that. And I had more back here. See if where it started from. It's not using any of this. Huh. Where is it pulling it? Oh, it's probably pulling from inside the base. Okay. Let's just continue with our... We are using crafty boxes, so it's always a little tricky to know which box it's actually pulling the stone out of. I'm going to go ahead and do this layer as well. So from here on out, we're going to have to use the spiral staircase to get up here. And I know I said I was only going to do 2 levels, but we're so close. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. I may not do the full battlements and everything, the Merlons and the handrail on the inside, but this will still look good and give us a way to move around pretty easy. Alright, so that's up to there. Let's go across. There we go. Whew. Castles are a lot of work. Man, once they're done, they're just so worth it. I feel worth it. You might not agree. I can understand. But when you have an idea in your head, and you take the time to make it come to life, pretty rewarding. Feels pretty good. Go. We're almost there. Okay, let's put the remaining pillars up. This is where we got to go around that 1 meter piece, make the alternating pattern. But this is the last time we have to do it. There we go. Eat another bite. Oh, that's right. That's why we got all that honey. Let's make our food. We're gonna be completely out of food in a minute. All right. Some serpent stew. That's what it was all about. And we'll make some carrot soup and some turnip stew. Soups and stews on the menu. Oh, there we go. Bonus. Okay, I think we can tuck this away. And uh-oh, we gotta get back up there. Only way up now is through the stairs. Through the stairs. A bit of a hurried rush. There we go. Alright. Need to keep going with this. Nice thing is it's all connected already, so building upwards, you don't have to worry about the gaps anymore. Like, nothing's gonna get out of alignment when you're building vertically. It's the horizontal. It can sometimes lead to problems. And now we go back to 1 meter spacers. And again, this is just going to create that alternating brick pattern that looks so nice. But this is about as high as the defensive wall is going to go. This is going to go up another story. We're going to add at least 3 more, probably 4 more meters to that. So it'll look really nice. Really, really nice. Rising above the walls a little bit. And we'll be able to even walk out on the roof. It'll be made out of stone. And what's nice about a stone roof is that you can keep building on it with wood. And wood will treat stone as if it is the earth in terms of structural integrity. Like, we have green pieces now. If I was to build this on top, see how it's blue? Even though the stone underneath it is green, so it acts like the stone is ground. Works really, really nice. You can go even higher with your builds if you mix the 2 materials, and they just visually look good together. A little gray and brown. That's what we try to do with our defenses. Combine the 2. I was going to run around the long way. Let's go the short way. finally this. And what we're gonna do is put in all of the arches now. Do them all in one direction for now. This is a trick. In the past, when I've built castles, I'll hurt my finger because I'll keep rotating pieces every time I go to place them. So if you can reduce the number of times you rotate your pieces, you are less likely to hurt your fingers. And we already have those up, so that's good. Let's do this one. We can go in the opposite direction now. So that'll create the platform for our stones. Oh, please tell me I can figure that out in a minute. Might have to place by standing above. That corner is always tricky, but visually I think it looks really, really nice. And then we're going to put some wood X's in there to cover that gap, so don't worry about it for now. For now, let's do the ones we missed. Let's do those. We'll try and get the rest this way. We don't have a lot of coverage. We might not be able to get that one. There we go. Get these up. See how many more we can get. Might have to build the rest from inside on top of the castle. There we go. Alright, I think that's as good as it gets. Close this. Let's get our X's put up here. A little tricky to get them to snap correctly. There we go. Don't worry about the wood sticking out the top. We're actually gonna put some stone flooring on top of that, some stone tiles, so it will be covered up. It will be covered up. All right, so now it's just this. And here's where we didn't get our piece in. There we go, that's one way to deal with it. Probably should have kept putting tiles on top of pillars like this. Now let's do some repairs. Actually, let's do it in here. Got everything we need. Eventually this is home, so we might as well start using it like one. We are going to get rid of those dirt floors. We'll do some stone tiles, but not just yet. Not just yet. Comes along so quickly, so beautifully. We'll have to fix this gap as well. Let's grab the piece. If I target just the tip of the other one, it usually positions it just right. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, let's get these done. But here's what I'm talking about rotating. Normally I'd rotate every 2 pillars, or every single pillar actually, just get these pieces in properly. Then we're going to do it like this. I was bruising the tip of my pointer finger because I use it to roll the mouse wheel. Way too much apparently. suppose we can just stand up here and do it. It's even easier. A little trick. Just a little. This is why I didn't put that last cap on like this one. It's just a little easier to target when it's the topmost. I gotta go a little slower when it's not. There we go. And very soon, we will have a finished walkway. This is coming along beautifully. All right, let's get the tiles in. We're kind of done with this part. Okay, let's see, are we still snapping good? Everything always looks a little bit off. And when you actually place it, it all kind of snaps in proper. If that makes sense, fills the gaps nicely. Again, I think it's just the tessellation being applied. I should try turning it off. I think you can turn off tessellation in the graphic settings if you're on a PC. I assume it just means everything in the world is going to look much more geometric. Oh, we missed one spot. So close. Beautiful. Beautiful. So this is going to be... Whoops, that didn't work. Get back up there. Okay. I was going to say... Get up here. Here we go. So this is going to be our tower. This is going to be the perimeter wall. We could always push it out a little bit further if we wanted to. But I just don't think it's necessary. I like that there's going to be 5 gaps on each wall, which means the center gap, we can put doors on all 3 sides. I think that'll be nice to get in and out. Probably only need the one on the end there, which is mostly on the ocean at this point, but it'll look really nice. I'll bump out the sides, do Merlons around the edges, all that stuff. And then I'm going to convert this outer wall to just a small, we're only going to keep like that wall. We're not going to have this entire walkway anymore. So that'll open up the property just a little bit more. And that's kind of the plan. So let's finish up here. This is where we are at. And we're starting to do the board. There we go. Sort of interlocking pieces like this. Do that. And that. And that one's already in place. Whoops, we're going to build this on the side though. Like that. Same thing over here. There we go. That's looking pretty good. And again, we're only doing this for the alternating pattern. Only reason we're doing it. I think it's worth it. I think it just looks a little bit better. Whether you even notice it, it's up to you. Up to you. And I'm hoping this is the last of these we have to do. I'm getting real tired of these. I think it is because, well, we'll see. We'll see. There we go. You do get better at it the more you do it. Practice anything, you're going to improve. All right, let's get these in. Each one rotates 1 degree, so it makes it real easy to drop them in. That one was already there. That's where our window is going to be, so I just wanted to have the placeholders in place before we make the window. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Get that bottom snapping going. That. Let's build backwards. So this was the whole design. 4 meters and then a one degree turn. It's not 1 degree, but it's one of the ticks that you can rotate. I think at most you can rotate 8 ticks. We're just doing one at a time for a nice big round tower. Getting dark, getting dark. Get back. Get close to the start. We don't like being up at night. Oh, here we are. Okay, so that gets us along pretty nicely, and we're just going to mimic what we did down below. Let's take a look at that real quick. That's 4 units high. This one is 4 units high, and then we put the support beams on the 1, 2, 3, 4th meter up, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. We're going to do the same thing upstairs that we did down here. Shouldn't be too tough. Shouldn't be too tough. So let's get some sleep. Keep working in the daytime. Good night, Stumps. All right. Good morning, Stumps. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. I know we said we were going to get some iron and bring it home, but I'm a little obsessed with this right now. We're going to keep going, but before we do, let's do a little wood building here. And then these are 45 degrees, so we'll do that. Same thing on this side. Like that. Gotta kind of run around. Plan this well. Should have put the holes in the sides. This would be a set of gates if I'd have done so, but that's all right. That's all right. Here we go. This back up. And then let's do smooth. We get it on the other side. Nope. It's easy to rebuild. Let's do that. Do that. And then we'll rebuild. Just to keep the bad guys out. Let the good guys in. Okay. That should be 45. That looks good. And then this should be straight. Oops. Clean that up in a minute. How to get up there? Is there an easy way? Oh, so close. So close. I think the easy way is going to be the front key. Alright, and this is 2 and 3, so we got to make some doors in a minute. Including to get to our side like this. So we're gonna have to go to, we're gonna have to build these in. And then we have to do from the outside. So let's do just the 1 meter. That. That. And be sure and grab your stones. You're gonna have a bunch of twinkles in your in your design. And then I don't think these are, oh, they are flat. Okay. There we go. So that's going to be our doorways, but to make it look nice, trim them up. Gotta do do that. And then we can put this. I think if we one of these there like that. You can still get in, so that looks great. Just like that. All right, perfect. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Be right here, here, and here. There we go. That piece. Put the arches in. And framing it, just like we did before. That'll give us the access we want. We'll do the same on the center stairwell in just a moment. There we go. There we go. All right, that looks great. Looks absolutely stunning. Do that. I'm gonna do this. In case anyone's looking on the way in, we'll do that as well. This looks nice. Looks like some thought was put into it. Okay, so here's where we need to start doing the structures up above. Supports for up above, so we're just doing the center two like we did before. Oops. And that should be more than enough. You can do all of it if you want, but these are going to overlap like right in the middle, and it looks kind of weird. I didn't do it. I just didn't like how it looked. Hearth has gone out. That's so sad. Don't worry, we'll get a roof up. Get our hearth going. Alright, time to finish this off. Get to it. Get to it. Alright, bottom snapping first. And then top snapping. There we go. And again, one tick rotations. So this isn't a true circle, it's actually a square with rounded corners. You can see because it has 4 flat sides and 4 rounded corners. I find that if you don't do it this way, then the stairs don't really work. Like, it's just too narrow to jump high enough to get it to actually work. So, if that helps. This is the fastest I can place them. And it all comes down to the snap points. Once you get those figured out, you do pretty well. Do not try to replace these things, because the overlapping, that 1 degree turn, that 1 tick like that, creates so many overlapping snap points. You're gonna make mistakes sooner or later, and you're gonna have to redo the whole wall to fix it. It's just not worth it. Not worth it. All right. So now we can put in our doorway, which is gonna be right here. We're gonna do it just like the sides over there, so it's gonna have the same look, but you'll notice there's like a couple places we can snap. We can snap on the back, or we can snap on the front, and that's what we want to do, is snap in this front corner. So it's a little bit weird like that. Like, you can see how some of the stone here is coming through the bottom of the arch, but that's okay. We want it to be flat with this front of the door. That's the whole key. So we just keep toggling until we get the proper snap point. frame it up. These, I think we only frame on the outside. I don't recall framing them on the inside. Right, so that works. Just like that. I mean, we could. I just worry it'd be a little too narrow. But in the stairway, it isn't going to make much difference. Okay, so now we can do this all the way around in this sun. These all get... We aren't going to do these. We need them in order for that to ventilate out. I'm going to have to deal with that. I need to repair my hammer. Do that real quick. Not used to the tight camera angles running through there. A little bit tricky right now. Once we get construction finished, get everything cleaned up, it should work really nice. We'll see. We'll see. That's the whole point of trying this out. I guess we could have repaired right there. Still don't think of it as home yet. Fix that. We're going to have to fix that. We're going to do a door here as well. I forgot. That. Just got to find the right snap point. There we go. Same thing here. There we go. Let's get our framing in. So it looks beautiful. There we go. There we go. And the rest of our supports. Like this. And I think that's as far as we can go. Let's try this one, see what happens. We need to leave a space so that the fire can escape out. And that's what we're gonna do with this. We'll see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. All right, so that's pretty good. We've got 2 doorways to get in here. That's standing. So now it's time to build upwards. So let's go ahead. Get another big log pole in here. And that might be just what we need. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oops, we want the horizontal. From here, we should be able to keep going. 1 degree turn each time. And we have to remember there's a set of stone. As good as we can get it. There's a set of stone floor tiles that are going to go in here, so we actually have to go a little bit higher, but not by much. So we're going to do this. We're going to do. Let's go ahead and. Is that the right height? We'll find out. We'll find out, and then we'll use the top one to snap this. So it is the proper height. All right, so my idea for these tiles, these 4 tiles, was just go ahead and stack them right on one another and use the existing tiles so we know we've got a good placement, I think. Try that out. Okay. So now we should have, this is where we'll do the snapping. Like this. Going pretty close. I was gonna say this is going pretty good right up till then. And that's gonna be too far, so we'll have to go this way. Does that one fit? I think it does. That should fit. That should fit. That should fit. That does not. That would fit, but it would look weird on the outside, so we're not going to put it. And then we need to leave a gap here. I don't think that's enough, but let's try it and see what happens. Ooh, all about the corner snapping. Makes it all go so much smoother. And that's too far. That's good. And I think we're done. I think we are done. Corner snapping. So at this point, we're gonna try something. So we're gonna bump out the floor level out the side and see how that goes. See, there's that gap again, right there. You can see it. Let's see if I put these visible. Barely. I mean, you can kind of see how, like, you see how the brick on the right, it snapped against the tile and not against the building, which is weird. I'm gonna try to place this there's the gap I was talking about. It always seems to show up, and I think it just has something to do with the general snapping of the whole thing. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's use these as snap points. There we go. There we go. Now let's test something. Will it work? Auto snap. It does work. I didn't think these would hold. Thought the sticky mechanic would fail. So let's get some more food in our bellies. Now let's get up here and see how this looks. Alright, let's get that snap point we want. There. Nice when you have a roof to stand. Go. Notice no gap on this side. Everything lines up beautifully, of course. Well, we're gonna have to go get some rest. Alright, there we go. Let's see about using this snap. There's that same gap. That's incredible. Alright, we're just gonna ignore it. Ignore the fact that it exists. Let's see, what else can we do? Snapping this. I think we can just continue that. Continue that like that. That looks fine. Same here. Same here. That's off. There we go. Same here. Same here. And then the same here. Same. Just overlap like that. That'd be easy enough. And the same thing here. That would work. Let's just use. Ignore that. Grab whatever that was. There we go. How do we still have that and like that? Looks good. There's that same gap. Unbelievable. Do I want to go? Goes out. Let's use a smaller. There. Fill in these little spots. I think all the rest of it looks pretty good. Pretty good. Oh my god, it's gonna drive me. Drive me crazy. It's not working. Don't worry about it. Not gonna worry about it. All right. So, is this enough smoke ventilation? Let's take a look. I mean, there's some here, but we're not getting choked out. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's working. I think what we need to do get rid of this. That. And just do this. Oh, no. Hoping. Pinch mechanics? Yes. Oh, that's so cruel. Let's see, what else could we do? I'm gonna try one more thing. What if we take a piece like this, we use a snap point, right? We'll use the top snap point like that, but snap it here. And then the same thing. Snap there. Fill that hole. Seems like it. Seems like it. Alright, that's how we're gonna do it. I think we need to do the same thing here. Just to create the proper... Oh, what is this? You. We're snapping around. I think that did properly. Looks like it did. So I think we should probably continue that out here as well. Just sort of the idea of doing this with like that, and probably one of these. Definitely. Okay, so now we just need to finish this. I know it's dark. We're gonna do the corners. We just need one more layer. This is the stone layer or floor layer I forgot about. Still gotta build it. These pieces. Then I have the I know the corners aren't quite perfect. We're gonna fix it. There we go. And then it is too dark for me to finish. Let's get some rest. Then we'll finish this up. I think we're getting pretty darn close. Great work today, Stumps. Okay. Let's see if we can finish this off. So before we get back up top, We can try to build out this wall. I don't think it's going to work. Oh. Like this. I guess it is going to work. There we go. That kind of covered up a mistake, I guess. Now, there is a small gap between them. We can cover it up pretty easy, but it's a bit of a hack to make it work. And I might have to build some stairs. I'm hoping I can do it from up. So I'm trying to get these in down here. There's that. Alright, let's head outside. Just go through the... Nope, stone walls. Stone wall. Stone walls. We love the security, not the inconvenience. Okay, get back to it. There we go. There we go. Go. So this is going to bump out our tower just a little bit. Keep a little bit of interest. Outside. I wonder if I can still place these. Oh, nice. Alright, I'm back inside. Tough one. Tough placement right here. Let's do this one first. That. Get it? I think we did. There we go. I think that. Let's get the last of this. All right, the rest we can do from up top. The way we do this, where are we? All the way up. So the way we kind of bridge this gap, there's no easy way to do it. You're using the top corner snap point trick again. And just kind of going right into it as best you can. This one we turn. It's not going to look amazing. But it's good enough. It's good enough. For what we're doing, it's good enough. Eventually I'm going to frame this up with some wood. And it will look pretty nice. I'm just going to keep going until I get back to that. Back and finish. Thought we had done that. Okay, so that goes all the way around except for here. Drop down. These up the way they should be. Boom. Boom. And then we'll put our... We can get rid of these. Like, what is this doing here? I feel like that positioned everything nicely. Maybe we shouldn't have used it, though. We still got the gap. Still got the gap. Maybe we shouldn't have used it. I don't know. There we go. And we'll get the single piece top point. So straight, and then one turn. Good. And for this, I think we're just gonna put in extra long pieces. That looks good, that looks good. So we'll do this using a top snap point. That. That. And then I suppose we could just do 2 pieces, 3 pieces, till we're happy. Till we're happy. There we go. We're gonna call that done. So this will create a nice way for us to vent. Trying to figure out. We do need to put a floor in right here for us to step on. Gonna make it safe for Stumps. And I think we have to snap it off of this. Actually, let's snap it off of that. Right. There we go. There we go. And the same thing this way. There we go. That kind of creates a floor for us. I feel like these didn't snap right. Do I feel better? Kind of feel better about it. That's our perfect exit to the roof. And so now we just need to raise this up one more level. Let's do inside snapping. Actually, I don't think I want to snap it all. Let's not. There we go. You should just snap it perfectly. Notice how red everything is getting. This is as high as we're going, by the way. Honestly, I don't think we can go any higher. And that's alright. That's alright. See what I mean? There's that shifting. Kind of weird. Oh, that one really shifted. Look at that. There. Better. See? There we go. Ooh, that was not good. That was not good. The rest are solid. All right, back to this, top snapping, and we're done all the way around. All right, one turn. One turn. In some areas, it'll look just fine. In others, it'll be, eh. Notice we are getting the benefits of the fire buff from the hearth, no matter where we are in this wall. So literally everywhere in this space is going to be a comfort room. And the fact that we built it right above where all the workstations are, it's great when we're crafting or repairing or whatever we're doing. Should pay off nicely. And finish. Last thing we need to do is a bunch of Merlons. So let's see, how are we going to do that? Really have a plan for that. Let's just go ahead and try one. Let's do. We'll do auto. Actually, let's do a corner bottom snap point. This is real simple. 1, 2. We'll say 1, 2. 2, look at that. 1, 2, this one. 1, 2, let's do that one. 1, 2. I think that's correct. 1, 2. 1, 2. Missing a snap point here. Let's just do that and skip it. 1, 2. I feel like I'm losing my spacing. We'll go with it. That's way too wide. That's definitely too wide. Let's go with that. 2. That. 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 Maybe. It's a little tricky with these corner pieces we put in to like bridge the gaps. Let's say we just eyeball it from here. This should be. We're almost back. Nice. Okay, any way we slice it, one of these is a little bit off. I am okay with that. Good enough. Good enough for government work. Good enough for Valheim. All right, this is looking really nice. We do need some kind of a cover for this, so I'm just going to do a real simple wooden. We do need to make it steep, though. Can I do it from here? No. What I need is that. And that. Just so I have the snap point. There we go. That. That, and I hope that does it. Did we break our hammer again? Alright, let's start using this like it's our home. We've got workbenches right downstairs. There we go. And then we'll frame it up. Just so it looks nice. Just so it looks nice. I don't know why just a little extra wood trim takes it up a little bit higher now. So my understanding from watching a lot of videos on YouTube about how smoke is handled, you need a 2 meter by 2 meter opening minimum for the smoke to ventilate. Now here we've got twice as much as what we need. You get the idea. Right, looks beautiful. At some point, we're going to get a hot tub, and I'm thinking maybe we put it up here near the front. It's an idea. I don't know. Play with it. Couple other things. I might do some basic trim work between streams. Out here on the wall, I'm thinking I need to go in and finish this up all the way around. And then I want to do wood trim on this as well. Something like that all the way around. It just makes it look so nice. But that's going to take some time. And then I also need to do like a wood railing on here. And I need to do Merlons on the outside, just like we got Merlons up there. We'll do some Merlons on the outside of this. So it's going to bump the wall out 1 more meter in both directions, but it'll create a nice walkway. We'll have kind of rails on either side, so to speak. Defensive stone structures this way, safety wood structures on the inside, and it's just going to look, I think, outstanding. Outstanding. We'll have to look at putting that alternating brick pattern. Looks so satisfying. We didn't do it up there, but I'm gonna give myself a pass on that. Yeah, so once we get the rest of that put up, it's gonna look really nice. But we're about halfway through the stream, and we really need to get that iron shipped back home, and then go after Bonemass. We've got them all marked up. We've got enough iron waiting for us. We can turn it into the armor we need, and I'd love to go out with a boss kill today And then between streams, I'll do a lot of the tiny maintenance stuff. You guys have seen me do these bump outs before. I mean, basically that bump out up there is what I need to do on the sides of this. No different. It's just a lot of busy work. So maybe we'll do that between streams. When we come back, the castle's a little more structurally finished. We can start decorating, put in a stone floor, etc. But I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we're going to come back and take on all the Iron Age, finish that off, all the upgrades, and then Bonemass. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Right, welcome back to the stream. Everybody enjoyed their break. Some food in our bellies. I was just looking around and all the stone is gone. It's like CraftyBoxes was grabbing it all along. I wanted to check in here. Yeah, I emptied this first. I was like, where did all the stone come from? So I'm guessing I'm completely out of stone. So I'm going to move a lot. I'm going to take this thing completely down between streams. It's kind of a pain in the butt, and just moving all the inventory is a pain in the butt. So I'm going to build some storage containers in the corners here like I've done in the past, all 4 corners, and just load them up. And so when you come back, this castle will be a lot further along. I'm a big fan of courtyards, if you've noticed. Great place for all your smelting and just adding extra crafting stations as needed. I think works great. Okay. Getting some of that beverage in me. Is it morning or evening? Let's see if we can sleep. We should sleep in our new castle. That's what we should do. Nighty night, Stumps. We'll go upstairs and set up our abode at some point. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. Holy fog. Holy fog, Batman. Alright. So be it. I think the mace does the most damage. Go destroy this. Check. Leave anything in here. Oh! It's all from serpent hunting, I'm sure. There we go. Breaking our nails. Good. We got everything we needed. Just a regular old boar. We'll let him be. did just empty these out, so let's go ahead and... Actually, I think we need... Yeah, about right. There we go, that's what we need to make the big boat. And then we want to go to portals. There we go. Turtling. Now, let's take a quick look at the map while we can still see it. If I do this correctly, this is Surtling 1 right here. So we just did these, and I actually just finished that out between streams. So we actually have a fair amount of iron down here. We should fill up most of the boat, and then we're going to sail this way, hug the coast, until we get back to our home. Home sweet home. That is my plan. That is my plan. Anything we're forgetting? I think I'm forgetting something important. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Oh man, our situation gonna improve. Okay, so if you remember, we had put some chests right here next to this crypt. So we emptied out that one over there, this one, that one, and then I added, there's one like right back this way, right back there. That one, that's the fourth one that I did. And I brought all of the iron from the last 2.5. So we did 1.5 the first run. That whole chest and that. Which should all fit in a big boat. Oh. So that's our plan. And then head it home. Sail it home. So let's get our boat. Let's see, I want to make sure we're out deep enough. That was okay. Oh, what's all this? Okay. Push this out a bit. I think we're good. Emma Hilda! Going good. How are you, Emma? We're about to sail a ridiculous amount of iron back to our base. We just finished building a new castle. So now it's time to upgrade our gear, and with any luck, in about 20 minutes, we'll be taking on Bonemass. Hopefully tomorrow. We'll see. So we're loading up our boat. Getting out of here. Are you a fan of the Valheim? Or are you just checking it out? Alright, here we go, here we go. This is actually a really narrow stretch right here. It's not hard to navigate. We're doing a no-map run. I don't know if you noticed in the upper right corner, there is no mini-map. It's a little tricky, but this is such a narrow channel, there's no really getting lost. We just don't want to go too close to the plains just yet. Quite ready. Once we get our iron gear all upgraded, we should be good. I play this, and I play a game called Vane. It's actually in alpha right now, but it's free on Steam, and it's a zombie apocalypse survival game. So a lot of survival games right now. How about yourself? What kind of games do you like? So glad the sun came out. Swamp can be such a dreary place. Steer clear of this a little bit. One Desquito could make very short work of us. I feel like we're getting super lucky with the wind in our back. Let's say a little further this way. Now, somewhere along here I have a marking for Stonehenge. I don't see it. Maybe it's further up, I don't know. Oh, there's more. Man, planes everywhere. Me, I'm from Baltimore, USA. How about yourself? Where do you hail from, Emma? Oh, we got lucky with the wind. Saw it shift a minute ago. I was like, oh crap. Maybe we'll have time for a serpent hunt tonight, too. Ah, very nice. My wife and I took a riverboat cruise down the Rhine. Saw a great portion of your beautiful country. Nice to meet you as well, Emma. This is what streaming's all about. Meet some interesting people from all over. What do you do in Germany? Aside from watch streamers. I'm trying to remember all the names of all the cities we visited in the riverboat cruise. They're also German south. I think Strasbourg was one of them. Bolch? Is that the... No, that's not it. What about the weather? We got it. We got all kinds. You know what's interesting about the United States? It's so big. We have all of the climates in one country, from Arctic to tropical to rainforest to desert. Kind of an interesting fact about the United States. You don't think about it much. At least I don't. At least I don't. So there's our castle coming into view. So we're currently transitioning from the wood fortress, a wood fort, to a stone castle. So we actually have both up right now. The stone castle is not 100% done. So we're leaving most of the wood fort just as an extra layer of protection for now. But we need to land, get this iron ashore, and let Bonemass... Yes, I think that's the one we went to. Is it on the Rhine? That would be maybe a pretty good answer. Take it all? Oh my gosh, look at that. Throw this all overboard. Pick it up on the other side. Push that away a bit. Koln, K-O-L-N? There's like a... There's a city, it's like named... The beer there is named after the city. I'm trying to remember. Kolsch. It's been a while. It's been almost a decade since I was there. Had a beautiful cathedral, but a lot of German cities have beautiful cathedrals. Oh, can't go through that way. We're carrying so much weight, we can barely walk. 5,000 pounds. How do you do it, Stumps? How do you do it? Any particular part of the USA? I'm sure you have. We have a lot of movies out about our country. We produce a lot of films. Let's see, where can I throw some junk? Let's put that in there. I need to get some coal real quick. I think I was storing it here. Let's grab it. This thing's just in the way. We gotta get rid of it. Yeah, I'd kind of like to visit California. I've never been to the west coast of the United States. Me, I'm a teacher. I teach digital media, a lot of graphic design stuff. go. So we got 7 smelters. It's gonna give us 70 iron real quick. By the way, I'm using a mod called CraftyBoxes, and that's what's letting me put 10 iron in all at once. Ah. I have been to New York City. It is an interesting place. I went to this restaurant. It was a round restaurant, and it rotated, and the napkins that they gave you your drinks on, they served you your drink on, the napkin was a silhouette of the skyline and then the names of all the skyscrapers around you. So as the restaurant turned, you could refer to your napkin and kind of identify some of the unique skyscrapers on the New York skyline. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. I had a bonded martini while I was there. It was, I think, about 7 different kinds of alcohol and a delicious cherry. It was an amazing amount of alcohol. So made the experience all the more fun, especially when we hit the streets, got some pizza. Gotta have a little pizza when you're in the streets of New York. I think all of this was right by Times Square. We were pretty close to that area, so. But yeah, lots to see in New York. Okay, let's see. So now we need to let a bunch of this smelt. I'm going to see if we can sleep, and if we can, then we can start upgrading some of our gear. I'm going to also move this thing. Just put it over here for now. That's our stone cutter. I'm gonna need that later when I'm making some upgrades to the castle between streams, so you guys don't have to sit and watch all of it. Let's see if we can sleep. Hey, look at that. It'll be nice now. Oh, did I interpret NYC as New York City and you meant it as nice? Set me off on a random tangent. Okay, let's grab all our loot. This is outstanding. We're gonna have to build more light sources out there, that is for sure. More of this iron put away, and now we can do some upgrades. There we go, there we go. Uh-oh, getting raided. Getting raided. Not a particularly hard raid, and if they don't know where you are, they kind of leave you alone. I'm gonna wait a minute and see if they even get inside. Let's keep the factory going while we wait for the swamps to come and get us. This is part of why I wanted to finish the castle. When you kill Bonemass, it opens up a much more difficult raid. Oh. And honestly, they can destroy our outer wall. I really don't care at this point. They're actually doing a fair amount of damage. Let's get this going, and then we'll go deal with the bad guys. That there, and let's see if I can find my good armor. I know we've got some iron armor somewhere. Hey, there we go. Put it on. There we go. Make some quick repairs. How's our food look? Let's get some food in our bellies. We'll go out and sort these fellows out. Ready, Stumps? We'll give them what for. Hey, fellas. Hey, fellas, how's it going? Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm just gonna brute force this. There we go. I don't want to work too hard on this, because they just keep respawning, so you can kind of... Not gonna get that guy's entrails. There we go. Because we can get wet, doesn't matter. Doesn't seem to matter. We'll let those guys fight over there. I'm thinking the fact that we're on this peninsula has really helped with spawn. Like, they can't spawn in the water. They have to spawn on the ground, so I'm wondering if being this close to the coast has really helped out on that one. Go around, kill everything. Kill everything that's still here. What's going on over here? Looks like he got a deer. Ooh! Brutal. Killing boars. Poor boars. We're looking like we're doing pretty good, though. I think we might be ready for Bonemass. 20 minutes, can we get it done? If we can max out our gear, I think we can get it done. If I remember oh, he's fighting a troll. Oh, we killed him! Wow, that's amazing. Alright, let's go up here and claim this troll. Wow, that guy was lucky. I don't know how he beat a troll. I wonder if it was the difference in elevation thing. Sometimes that's enough to keep you safe. Keep you safe and sound. Can we get back? Are we done? We are. I think we're looking pretty good. I'd go grab those carrots, but we already have a pretty good farm going. Oh, a new neck trophy. Very nice. Alright, let's see if we can get inside. Get inside, get all this going again. I'm going to toss all of this into a corner here. Not have time to deal with it all right now. It's a lot of junk. I think we can put the whole armor away for now. No reason to carry it around with us. I think we're switching up to iron for now. And let's take these inside. Where can I put the rest of these? I'm gonna grab these last few bars and finally get some of these upgrades going. I did grab a lot of extra iron. Just knowing that we're gonna need it for the plains. Okay, let's just go ahead and get it now. Mess with it. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Everything looks upgradable. So let's go for the mail, a helmet, and the greaves, the mace, the pickaxe, iron buckler, max quality, that's good. All right, let's do some of that. Ooh, that was expensive. Oh, let's do that. Max quality, I'll take it. Oh, wow. I'm gonna need a few more. A few more, let's see if that's enough. Gonna be one short. Knowing Valheim, it's gonna be one short. All right, yeah, 26. There we go. Oh, we're gonna need some more. All right, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. And I think we need 10. Where's like 16? Yeah, this is doing 70 at a time, which is pretty darn good. Normally I shoot for 6. That way it does, you know, stacks of 30. Nice even numbers. Grab a bunch more coal. Hope we got enough. Think about that. Go. Okay, what do we do while we wait? I say we go ahead and do a little deconstruction. I'm just going to eliminate the center wall. It'll open up the courtyard a little bit. Go. That'll open it up just a little bit. Do we take out a wall piece? Whoops. What's that? Go. And keep destroying a bit. Oh, I like how they all just sit there. That's interesting. We have to jump to get them. I'm gonna clean up my mess. Clean it all up. There we go. At least gives us a little bit more space while we wait for the melting to finish. I'll go ahead and do this wall too. No reason not to. We already did that whole side. All right. Put all this over here. That should have bought us a little bit of time. Get enough iron. Let's see if we can do a little more upgrades. All right. Now we're all rank 3. Boom, so now we just need 46 total, or 45 total. We're rank 4 and taking on Bonemass. Boom. That's 19, that might be it. What we got total? 45. 1, 2, 3. And with that, we are maximum quality. Let's look at making some fire arrows real quick. Go up, there we go. 1, 2, 3. 181 arrows ought to be enough. That looks good. That all looks good. What do we need to summon them? I think we need 10 bones or something like that. There's a whole stack. A whole stack, so there's no mistakes. And as far as I can tell, that's pretty good for us. So I'm going to wait for this to finish what it's doing. We're going to load it all up, get a good night's sleep. And then we're going to take on Bonemass, and that'll be the end of the stream for today. That's how we'll handle this. Let me get all this wood picked up. We'll throw into some of these extra chests that we emptied out. Used to be full of stone. But we ended up making a castle. Alright. I think a lot of this iron we're going to use for upgrades. A couple upgrades for the forge and possibly the workbench. I have to check into it. Alright, get your stamina up, Stumps, so we can load this up. Hey, Nirvana. Hannah 1R. Will do. I'll look you up after the stream is over. Alright, let's load up some coal in here. Wow, it goes so fast. I'm telling you, crafty boxes work so well. Oh, so well. How much more coal do we actually have? That's actually a really good question. So there's 12. Okay, so we've got a fair amount. We can do at least one more round. So that's what I want to do. Let's get a good night's sleep. Let's set this for Bonemass. So we're ready. And then we'll get another load of iron going. And when we're done, there'll be a mountain of iron for us to sit on top of and celebrate. Alright, good morning, Stump. Let's go collect our iron. Collect all of our iron. My gosh, we have so much more to smelt as well. There's a stack of 30. Nope, 28. Too much. Too much. So again, I'm going to get rid of these wooden structures just so we have the castle as our new base. Moving forward, that's the plan. I'll reorganize our storage system a bit. 2, 3. Wow, we have so much of this. But having too much iron is never a complaint. Some would say there's no such thing as too much iron in Valheim. I think I'm gonna have to farm some more coal too. Thought I had more than enough. Enough for the upgrades, that's for sure. That's for sure. Alright, so we have all that is good. All of this is good. We need to repair, we're good. We have our meads. We have our summoning stuff. Let's get out there. Let's get out there, put Bonemass to the test. Great way to finish the stream. Great way to finish the week. One more boss down. Take a look around here for a bit. I have not cleaned up at all. I have not even attempted cleaning up, so let's get rid of this guy. Kind of a quick scan of the area. I'm hoping we can do a real quick, tight fight without too many other things joining in. I am going to use... level it out a bit. I'm not going to get too crazy with terraforming. One, because I want to get this going pretty quickly. But two, you can sometimes make it really hard to get back into the fight if you like slide off a steep side or something. When I used to do Bonemass and I didn't really know the fight well or what I was supposed to do, I would build a rail all the way around the outside so I couldn't get knocked out and nothing wandering around could join in the fight really. It kind of kept everything away. It was just a simple wooden rail. Nothing special. But it worked pretty good. If you're having trouble with Bonemass, you're looking for a nice, simple solution to make the fight a little bit easier, build a wood barrier. The entire thing kind of enclose the fight. It should be good. Alright, I think that's literally all the terraforming I'm gonna do. Hopefully that's enough space. I am gonna move this just in case. Just in case. I'm gonna move it out here. If something really bad happens, hopefully we can. If not, we can always run back out here. We found it once. We can find it again. But I think it's time. I think it's time to get this going. Let's see. Let's see what we get. 2, 4. Whoop. 2, 4. Drink our potion. Come to the fat man. Oh, we need our food. That was the other thing we were waiting for the whole time. Where is it? There it is. Alright, start this way. Do that. Alright, we'll avoid that. No, you don't. Weird tapping and staking. See that coming? I thought he was doing his armpit move. Big part of this fight is just stamina management and dealing with poison. My big guy. Let's go. Just like a baseball game. Thought I had it. Wonder if you hit it before it lands. It destroys the blob. It doesn't have time to turn it into anything. Do you notice how all the numbers going up are yellow? It's because Bonemass is vulnerable. Blunt. That's why I've been using the club for so long. To get my club skills up. Boring. No. Then I gotta wait to hit my stamina. Alright, let's stand over. Where'd you go, buddy? What a weird path here. Right here. Find me? Stamina up. Caught me drinking my drink. Oop, get out of here. Here. Still see me? Right, Stumps. Nice job. Keep it up. Keep it up. Good job. Prioritize stamina. We dodged the poison that time. That was pretty good. I don't think we would run away. Thank God for poison resist. Only way we can deal with this. Oh, so close. So close. We're staying in it. There we go. Good job, Stumps. Bathing in a ocean of poison. Wishbone. Nice job, buddy. Nice job. All right, let's get back. Let's get back and celebrate. Boom. That was sweet. Getting all of our armor upgraded. See if we can pick any of this up. Take it with us. Oh, the upgrades are going to be amazing. Very much looking forward to it. Okay, so put that in there. Looking for, there we go. Put that back. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so that's pretty good. There's our bonus turnip stew. Let's get some more food made real quick. You've earned it. You've earned a healthy meal. We'll get some carrots going. Oh, I think we got another bonus. Like the serpents do. There we go. Okay, let's put this iron away, get another round going. If we have the hole, that is. Oh, the slow waddle. The slow, slow waddle. Alright, so what's that? 60, 71? Oh my gosh, 90, over 150 iron. Is there anything we want at this point? I don't think there is. Iron sword, maybe? Banded shield? No, we like the buckler. Carry bonus, it's just too good. Ooh. Could do some iron arrows, that wouldn't be too bad. Got some kick to them, but we're gonna upgrade to mountain stuff in just a minute anyways. And our mountain is actually right over there. So that's it. That's the one we're gonna go raid, so that'll be really nice. Hopefully there's some onions pretty close to the top there. Let's see if we can get this going. I've realized we do have crafty boxes. We should just put all this in a box. It'll be so much easier. It'll still pull it from the boxes. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We'll just go as far as we can. Only 2 coal. I think we're out. Yep. Let's go get some real quick. Whirling. Hopefully there's some left behind from some previous journeys. I think we came out here pretty recently. But I think we may have also collected it. That's right. By the way, muddy scrap pile right here. I noticed that just the other day. You run. I see you. Don't you run, buddy. Okay. Oop, 20 more. Let's pop these into one of these. There we go. That's all we had. Good enough. Good enough. already full, so we're not going to do that. Put that up there. Put this in here. Clean all that up between streams. So, we're starting to get somewhere. Put this away. Back here for now. We have our forge. We have our workbench. Do all our repairs, upgrades, etc. So we don't need what's out there. We're going to get rid of it. Upstairs, we do need to have some kind of an abode, place to live. Now back here, we can just use this as a fire, but we can also use it for cooking. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do that here. I'm uncertain, because we can also do cooking out in the courtyard of the castle, which is something we'll probably need to do at some point, but let's go ahead and put some furniture up here. I'm going to start with a bed. That'll be our bed. Let's put in some other things. Maybe a rug. That. Maybe a banner. That looks good. Oh, we don't have the coal. That hurts. We can fix that. We can fix that. I do want the banner. That's important. I think we have a banner in here. We sure do. Get my coal there. Like I said, I'm taking all of that down anyways. We're going to try to move into the castle, so we might as well start customizing it a bit. Here's where we'll just hope this is good. That looks pretty good. I like it. Magically doesn't catch on fire. We're going to need a bench, table, and we're going to need a chair, but before we do that, we never did open up our window. This is. I'm wondering if we can get rid of these supports, or if we have to have the square. Let's try it, see what happens. I am worried this will not go well. Oof, don't want to eliminate these supports, have the whole thing crash down on me. Yeah, I think we're going to leave it. I think we're just going to have a simple square. Like this. So now we can see outside, and then we're going to put a table and chairs right here. That. Like that. What else can we do? Throne? Not enough iron nails. We can actually fix that. Anything else we can do for comfort? Armor stand. That too needs iron nails. So, I think we know what we need to do. Make some iron nails real quick. Forge here. Bronze. Nope, not what we want. That. Boom. That will open up. Let's do armor stand on one side, and where do we want to put this throne? Put it facing the window. I think if we do it back here, yeah, okay. Let's do it right here. Paint it in the wall just a bit. What are we missing? Not enough nails, okay. We'll do a couple more. bonus now. Oh. No bonuses this time. Again, notice we've got the fire buff. Wet effect is going away very, very quickly. One of the benefits of this design are just deep enough that the stone no longer goes. That works for me. I think that's about as good as it's going to get. We've got plenty of space for more comfort items, decorations, whatever it is we want to do. I always thought this was a good design for a multiplayer build, because you could easily put 10 beds up here. And if it's just a place to sleep and everybody just needs, you know, space down below to do their crafting, I think this works just fine. Plenty of space for multiple people in here. And let's see, let's go all up. And then a nice view from up here. Oh. It'll be nice when we finish the walls. This is going to look just outstanding. We could always push it out one more arch, I suppose, but right now I'd kind of like to avoid that. I think a smaller courtyard's a little more practical. The kind of thing that can be expanded later without too much trouble. So I think this is where I'm gonna sign off on this one. I think that's it for me. So that was an exciting stream. We got the castle finished, sort of. We got the tower finished, and most of the perimeter wall finished. I'll do the last of the trim on that wall, and then we'll be good to go next week. Finished up with Bonemass. That was outstanding. Nice way to finish the stream. That puts Motor on notice and takes us into the mountains. We literally have not set foot in the mountains. This is actually kind of rare for us. Normally, we're up there hunting wolves pretty early. But yeah, been kind of lazy on that one. Bit of a different stream. Wanted to take it in a different direction this time. So that's it for me. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Have a good weekend. Stumps out.